Okay, let's talk about those devastating wildfires. We touched on them earlier. They continue to burn through California, and now this is the deadliest week of wildfires in California's history. 31 people have been killed.
And with hundreds more still missing, that number could rise. 25,000 people have been forced to evacuate. At least 3,500 homes and businesses have been destroyed. And for people who have lost their homes, it's going to take a long time to get back to any sense of normalcy.
So you might ask, what happens when you are in a wildfire or a flood like in Houston and you lose everything? There's a Valley company that helps people out. Stephanie Bungard is with CRS. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
First of all, what do you do and how do you help people get back on their feet after something like this happens?
Yeah. So we get involved when an insurance company has a homeowner who's in distress. So a tornado, a hurricane, the wildfires like we see, or maybe you were at work and your house starts to burn down. And we come alongside those families to find them a hotel immediately and then move them into a longer term temporary house, a home, a condo, a apartment. And it's not just the home, it is also the furniture that we bring along and everything that they need to start rebuilding their lives.
So your company, have made great connections and relationships across the country with apartment complexes and rental properties and things like that. So you said, within a very short amount of time, get these people that have nothing. I mean, they probably walked out of their homes with nothing into somewhere to eventually start some sort of normalcy.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, we have a wealth of relationships all over the country. We've been in business for 28 years, so we have responded to disaster after disaster, and we're able to move them very, very quickly. We head out to California. I'll be heading there tomorrow to meet up with our catastrophe team, and that helps us establish logistics on the ground, helps us move even quicker.
You have a lot of people to help in Northern California right now. And so I would imagine that it's no easy task. I mean, when you go into something like this, I can't even imagine these people right now and what they're dealing with. But what sort of stories do you have to tell? I know you were in Houston for 2 weeks this summer.
Yes, we were in Houston, we were in Florida shortly thereafter, and the stories are just so tragic. In a lot of cases, the families were running out with the clothes that they had on their back, and that was it. In Houston, they were in damp clothes for days on end as they were trying to navigate those floodwaters. So it is devastating. Words can't even describe what goes on in times like this. But on the other side of that, it is so encouraging to see the heart of America and to see these communities rallying around, the nation that rallies around these events that happen to help these families get back on their feet. So it is also encouraging to see that. There's lots of these companies that we don't even know exist, organizations that roll in with semi-trucks full of supplies for these families. So they can get the help that they need. It'll be a long road for them.
I was going to say, I'd never even heard of the service that your company provides, but I mean, you're dealing with people at probably one of the lowest points of their lives and helping them get back on their feet. So it's a noble enterprise.
Yes, it is a fabulous company, and nobody thinks what happens if my house burns down. And that's when we get involved, and we have a great team of people here in Phoenix and all across the country that are just fantastic individuals that help these families who are going through so much.
Well, thank you for what you and your company do, and keep us posted on what's going on in California.
Absolutely.
And the placement services and everything that you do with all of those folks there.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us. Nice to meet you too.